Ninja tools. These things have been introduced into Boruto as the next generation thing, but is that necessarily a good thing or a bad thing? I am here to talk about the pros and cons and whether they are necessary or not. And whilst I'm doing that, you can hit the like button and subscribe if you are new to my channel. Whether you overlook it or not, technology has always been a part of Naruto and Boruto, and maybe it wasn't obvious most of the time when you were watching the anime. However, if you actually take a closer look and inspect the detail, you can actually see the age and time in which Naruto was in terms of technology. But during Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, ninja technology wasn't really an issue or even noticeable for the people who actually watched the series. Technology back in those days would consist of monitors and computers, mics, earphones, TV, cassette recorders, heck, even satellite dishes. The main point is, the technology back then wasn't the best, but it was good enough to help shinobi carry out their missions. Keep in mind that ninjas date back in the old times, and in this version of ninja era created by Kishimoto, they actually have technology, which in turn actually makes their job easier. But the way Kishimoto implemented the technology into his universe made sure that the technology was more of an asset than an advantage. See, the thing is, back in those days, no one actually had any problems with technology because it was used as something to assist people, not to help them flat out win a battle. It did not influence being a ninja in any way, and since the show is about ninja, we want to keep that aspect in there. See, all of this stuff is thrown away when we get Boruto because all this technology stuff is being redone and people have an issue with it because it is actually interfering with the main theme of the show, which is ninja. But the question is it really? Let's take a step back and analyze all the technology that we have been introduced to so far in Boruto, and I'm going to start this off with a poll which I did a few episodes back, asking my subscribers whether they liked or disliked the ninja tools, and as you can see, the majority of the people do not like ninja tools, and based off the comment and reasons for voting, it all seems to gravitate down towards two major reasons. The first reason is that people do not like ninja tools because it is replacing the whole theme of being ninja, and since they have this new technology carrying out ninja feats, it basically defeats the whole purpose of being a ninja. And the second reason is that it just gives them a huge advantage over others who have actually trained incredibly hard to get the results that make them the strong shinobi that they are. After analyzing all the information given to me by my subscribers as well as my thinking, I came up with my own conclusions, and my conclusions are that ninja tools can be implemented the right way into the series as long as they keep the relevance of ninja in the show. Let me talk about the pros to you. Okay, so the ninja tools are very convenient, meaning that you can use them at all times. The second thing is that they require no chakra. So if you are in a dire situation, say for example you are in a situation where you are out of chakra and you still need the ninjutsu in order to defend yourself, these could be your last line of defense, which can actually make a difference if you run out of chakra. And the thing is, it increases manpower. I mean, a war had been fought which cost all the 5 great nations a lot of men, so a lot of skill has been lost as well as people with huge potential. So maybe these ninja tools are there to compensate for the amount of talent which has been lost. But I think the best thing they can do with these ninja tools is actually give the ninja tools to people who struggle to actually use ninjutsu, as well as people who struggle with chakra. Like Kakashi has really poor chakra, so if you were to give this ninja tool to Kakashi, so maybe it can refill his chakra, then that would be a good thing, as well as giving one to Rock Lee since he lacks the ability to use ninjutsu. So for people like him, it would really be handy if he had a few ninjutsu techniques in his belt to help him get out of dire situations. The one character I see using ninja technology the most is Denki, and the reason being is that obviously he knows a lot about technology, plus he is not really good at ninjutsu and using his chakra, so I wouldn't be surprised if he started to rely on ninja technology in order to carry out his missions. Now, the funny thing is that the cons are the same as the pros. Now, the thing is, number one, convenience. The ninja tools are too convenient. And in an interview with Kishimoto stated the reason why projectiles and airplanes and all that kind of stuff were not introduced is because it made it too convenient for travel. And as you can see, the technology allows ninjas to travel. Like we can see Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura traveling to the hidden mist village in order to complete their first mission. Now, all people have to do is just take a train from one side to the other and then complete their missions, which takes away from being a ninja. And then, even though Kishimoto stated that guns are too convenient, here we have a picture of Ao pulling up with a machine gun ready to blow holes into all his enemies, which actually defeats the purpose of being a ninja in the first place, and I understand that he's at a disadvantage. However, he is still holding a gun, and whether it is a gun or not, it looks similar to a gun and most likely will function as a gun. And since the technology is so close to developing something like this, a gun that works the same way as it does in real life is not too far away, which is something that Kishimoto wanted to avoid. So that is a very negative con on these ninja tools. Next thing is no chakra required, no skill required, and no mastery required, and that equals low badassery, because the thing is, when we saw Madara Uchiha fighting against the entire Shinobi alliance, a lot of the Shinobi are weak, and Madara even stated that the Shinobi have become weaker. And the fact that they are trying to rely on ninja tools means that the situation has only worsened. But hold on, see, they haven't actually implemented this whole thing yet. They are at the stage where they are developing the technology, so there is still hope for them to, think about who they are going to give this technology and who is just going to use everything naturally. With no skill, I mean, no one is actually going to put in effort to learn jutsu where they can actually just install some into their technology in order to fire it. No mastery pretty much means that no one who actually, puts in the effort to learn any jutsu will actually master it. So they rely on the technology to the point where they can't really do anything without it. And then with no badassery, that means that since these ninja are not developing their skills, there are not going to be any badass ninja like Madara or Itachi, except the people who are actually born prodigies. Fights will be shorter because not a lot of hand seals and ninjutsu will be involved, and hand seals will just be redundant completely since no one will need to do them anyways. And then we also have the whole possibility of ninjas being redundant altogether, since everyone can pretty much do what they do. I mean, these ninja tools give you access to hidden jutsu, kekkei genkai, and chakra natures, which are not normally accessible to any person through normal or natural means. So that is pretty much gonna make the whole theme of the show, which is ninja, pretty much redundant. And this is what people are fearing, because too many of them have been introduced at once, and it feels like they're just gonna keep coming and flowing in like water. Like, say for example, we have the chakra saber, then we have the kote, now we have armor which actually absorbs ninjutsu, as well as a hand that absorbs ninjutsu itself. Like, that is a thing which requires a rinnegan. Like, no one was able to absorb ninjutsu unless they had the rinnegan or some other form of means which required skill in order to get. But these technologies are replacing high tier abilities which require a lot of mastery and skill to acquire, not to mention the fact that they actually have holograms, and that is one of the main problems. People do not like change, especially if it's something that threatens all the goods that attract them to the show in the first place, which is the theme of being ninja. Another thing is that it is modernizing. Say for example, if a new enemy approaches which actually use ninja tech, right? After they are defeated, what do you think is going to happen with the tech? They are going to leave behind their tech, someone's going to pick it up, and then they are going to end up developing it into new things, and then from there it just takes the whole world into a modern era in which ninjas are no longer relevant. Tree traveling is barely relevant since people can travel from long distances with trains, and the thing is, we only watch fictional stuff to take us out of reality and bring us into a world in which we don't have to worry about, real life. And the thing is, they are adding real life elements into the show, which necessarily isn't a bad thing, but it is actually taking away from the fun in which we invested our time in the first place, which is being ninja. So let me go ahead and summarize this whole thing for you in terms of what I think of these ninja tools. Now, I think that these ninja tools can be a good thing only if they do it in the right way. The thing is, back in the days when the technology was still there and we didn't really have any issues with it, that was because they were used for support reasons. Like Tobirama had his chakra saber, which he invented since he's such a great inventor. He only used it to help him in battle, and the thing is, just because he had a chakra saber doesn't necessarily mean that he was going to win, since how you use the weapon was more important than having the weapon itself, even though it was very powerful. I have no problems with the whole flash grenade thing that Sarada used against Mitsuki and Boruto, since it is just another addition to the whole smoke bomb and sleeping bomb and all these other types of bombs that Shinobi use. Like, it is just a asset added to their arsenal which requires skill and proper use in order to win, and it doesn't flat out just help them win the entire battle. And with the technology which flat out help you win a battle, I'm talking about these chakra cannons or chakra gun or whatever has been introduced. Now the thing is, if they have introduced this, like I said, a realistic gun with bullets that fires speeds beyond what people can actually dodge, is not far off. And if that is the case, then why fight someone and, you know, go through using jutsus and all that skill and wasting all that stamina when you can just shoot the person and kill them right there? Like, battles will be shortened. It, you know, it makes all these ninja redundant because a gun does the job quicker than a soldier, you know what I'm saying? Personally, I don't want these ninja tools being the main focus of the entire story or the main focus of this new generation thing, because it's just gonna ruin the series for the people who like the ninja aspect of it. So in summary, people are just afraid of ninja technology replacing ninja and making them redundant, and I think that if anything, these ninja tools should be used to assist people in battle, not to decide them. Do you think that ninja tools can be a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it is too late since they have already introduced guns? Let me know in the comment section down below. I will read all your comments, and if you are new, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. And if you have some free time, have a look at my playlist on Boruto in depth, in which I go in depth about a lot of topics in Boruto. With that being said, I have nothing more to say. Bye.